going to give it just a few minutes to see if some people hop on and join us, because I am doing this live. And so yesterday I put up a post on the community tab saying that I was going to be live today for a back porch chat, but I had originally said it would be 6 o'clock and it is 5:30, so I'm on a little bit early. Maybe people will maybe they had the opportunity to see on the community tab yesterday that I was going to be live, and then hopefully, even though I'm a little early, some people will be able to join us. I've not done a live in, well, it's been a little while. And so when I was getting this started, there were some different settings that I hadn't seen before. I hope that I have everything on here correct. So if something doesn't look right, let me know. I see some of you are here, so that's a good sign. If anything doesn't look right, let me know, because like I was saying, when I went to start the chat, there were some different settings that I wasn't used to seeing, so I hope everything looks right. Well, I'm seeing some familiar names there. I know I'm a little bit early. I had originally said 6 o'clock, but I was afraid if I waited until 6, I knew I had some other things I had to take care of tonight. So I was afraid if I waited, I wouldn't get to be on here very long. And I should have brought something else out to look at the comments on. I may have to run in and get something. Went to Busy Bee, Highway Pickers, and Steel Orchard. I hope you enjoyed all those places. Y'all know those are some of my favorite. I've really enjoyed getting to share some of those places with y'all. Some others that live in Coleman, Ohio. I wish I could make, I get them. Say hello when you get on and let me know where you're from. That's something I always love to see. And y'all, I spent the day with Pawpaw yesterday, and he was asking me, so while I was there, we made pear preserves, and he had told me, you can film it so that you'll remember how to make it. You can put it, what does he usually say? You can put it on the TV, talking about YouTube. And so we made a video while I was there, and Pawpaw showed me how he makes pear preserves. We canned that together, ended up with 13 pint jars of pear preserves. Those are his favorite. He eats pear preserves on toast every morning. And we made a video while I was there. But he was asking me, talking about specifically about that video of Busy Bee. I told him about it and told him that I showed y'all the little house, or well, it's the like replica of the Busy Bee that he had made that's hanging in the restaurant. I told him that I showed that to you, and I told him that I had been a couple of weeks ago, and he brought it up again yesterday, and he was asking about you all and how many people watch and where are you all from, and he loves to hear all about that. So it's always fun for me to tell him, oh, somebody was watching from Ohio, somebody was watching from England. Like I get to tell him those things, and he thinks that's really neat. Or I'll say, somebody local ran across the video, and somebody else from Coleman. So he enjoys that. I always enjoy seeing that too. Susan Moore, you're just right down the road. Mississippi, Tennessee, Dothan. You saw the replica. That's really neat. Maryland, Albertville, South Carolina. Oh no, it's almost said the signal's a little sketchy. It was raining a few minutes ago, like when I came out here. So if it starts to mess up, y'all let me know. I thought that I would kind of fill y'all in on, I guess, some updates, what to expect, especially next week. I've got some videos coming up that I thought I would tell y'all about, give you a heads up on. So I think we'll do that here in just a minute. Like I said, I'll make sure that the signal was good, so let me know if it... Virginia, Michigan. Leeds, home of Buc-ee's and Bass Pro Shop. That's always a fun trip for us. I've shared that in a few videos as well. What was the name of the hardware store? I think somebody answered that. I think I saw where somebody answered that, but it was Mary Carter's. I'm talking about the pear preserves. Pawpaw was saying that they've actually not been able to, he's not been able to make any the last couple of years because who he gets them from, her pear trees just didn't have much fruit, if any, which, I mean, that can happen around here. We've seen it with our fruit trees. The weather, if it gets warm and they start to get blossoms on it, and then we get a frost and it kills them off. But this year has been a good year for the fruit, and she had plenty of pears, brought him some. We made a big batch of pear preserves. And you know, pear preserves, I like them, but I'd never, I guess I've, and this is going to sound a little silly because Justin really enjoys them, but I've never made them myself. I've watched Mama make them and Pawpaw make them. I've helped them, and Mama always knew that Justin liked them, so she would always send him some. And so this was the first time that we had made any since Mama passed away. And I don't know, I was making them with Pawpaw thinking about, I gotta make sure I know how to do this because there's people in our bunch that really enjoys them, and you know, if Mama's not gonna be able to give him some, I need to make sure that I can make them for him. And Pawpaw wanted to make sure that I knew how, which, you know, he told me he'd send some of the jars that we made yesterday home with me. Pear butter. So that is something else that I have wanted to try because I love apple butter, and I don't think I've ever made pear butter. Y'all, I know I'm probably shaking you around every time I try to look at these comments. Tannehill State Park. I've never been there. I'll have to look into that. So I thought what I would do is give y'all a heads up on videos next week because I think my schedule is going to look a little bit different, and just kind of talk to y'all about that and update you on how this change of schedule has worked for me. I know a lot of y'all are newer, so you may not realize it. Those of you that have been here for a while, you were here when I was uploading 5 days a week. So let's just kind of talk about that and let me update you on that a little bit. So when I first started YouTube, it's been 4 years ago. When I first started, I never went a week without posting a video. I was always pretty consistent, but in the very beginning, I didn't have a set schedule. I just kind of posted when I could. There was never a certain time of day or a certain day of the week. I did still work a job outside of the home then as well, and so there was just a lot, and I didn't really understand YouTube and the algorithm and all those things. So I didn't have a set time or day that I posted, but I always posted every single week. And then when I made the decision to leave that job and stay at home, I got a little more, I guess, serious about YouTube. I was always serious about it, but a little more disciplined, I guess, about uploading, and started learning more about it and about how it's beneficial to upload at the same time on the same days. And I made a decision to upload, not right away, but I mean, it's been probably 3 years ago. I started uploading 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And I enjoyed that, but it was a lot. It's a lot to upload one video a week. 5 was, that was a lot, and I did that for years. And it did really help with growth on the channel. I think it was more so just the consistency, same time of day, same days every week. But it got to a point where it was too much, and I really fought cutting back, because this has become a career. This is what I do to help add income for our family. And so it was scary, the thought of like cutting back on the amount of days I was going to post every week. But I really felt strongly like that's what I needed to do. And I needed to do it for myself, for my family, for you all, so I could make sure I was putting out quality content. But I was really nervous about it, because it was a change. It was a change from what I was used to. I was afraid YouTube wouldn't like that I was changing my schedule. I was nervous that it would mean a pay cut, although I knew that because I was feeling so strongly and had this conviction to dial back, I knew that God would take care of us. And y'all, and that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, is I had some people remind me of that when I mentioned it. I had some very dear friends that sent me messages and said, you know what, if you're obeying the conviction on your life and you're doing what's best for you, what's best for your family, God's got you. He's going to take care of you. And I knew that, but it's nice to have that reminder, you know. And so I guess this is just a little bit of a testimony to tell you, when you obey, God takes care of you. He has blessed this channel. He has blessed my family. I have some months doubled the income that I was making before. And I 100% believe that that is because of my obedience. God has blessed my family through that. So if you feel a calling, a conviction on your life, and you're nervous about making a change or whatever it might be, of course, pray about it. But God's got you, and He's going to take care of you, and He will reward and bless your obedience. So I just thought I would kind of let y'all know about that, tell you a little bit about that. And then, so I've been uploading. I cut back. Actually, when I first said that I was going to cut back, I just took some time off completely. I had a few videos that I had already filmed and worked on, and so I scheduled those to go out, but I took time off. And then I started, you know, God, praying, God, tell me, show me, what should this I'm coming back to 3 days a week. And that is just, it has been such a blessing. I felt more creative with my videos. I've not felt rushed. I felt like I've been able to put more time and effort and energy into the videos. It's just, it's felt so good. And I really believe because I was obedient to that calling and that conviction. So thank y'all for watching, being here. And just because you watch our videos and you help support our family, that's a big deal. And it means a lot to us. So next week, I've had this schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Central. That's working out great. So I didn't want you to think that's changing just because it looks different next week. I have a collab next week and also a video that's part of a partnership. And so the schedule next week may look a little different. I don't have it, it's not set in stone yet. The collab is, and that will be on Wednesday. I'll tell you about that in just a second because it's a fun one. But, and even just like over the next couple of weeks, I have some collaborations that are coming up. And so if my schedule has to change a little bit, I just didn't want y'all to think that I was changing it altogether. It will get back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Central. And it may just be next week that it looks different. It may be the next 2 weeks that it looks different. But I wanted to give y'all a heads up so that if it looked different, you would know why. Love hearing the chickens and the rooster. I was going to go back and look at comments real quick. I know I'd been sitting here talking. Wanted to make sure I went back and looked through the comments. So the one rooster that you hear the most, and hey, I see Leanne from the Mennonite Farmhouse. She's hosting the collab that I was going to tell you about next week. But the rooster that you hear is Black Adam. That's our I Am Samani rooster. And he's not very happy right now. I'm going to make sure I go back and read every one of these comments too. Thank y'all so much for commenting. Thank you for liking videos here on this live and just on regular videos. That helps out tremendously. That helps content creators tremendously when you like videos or comment. That interaction, it really, really helps. So thank you for that. But we put Black Adam in a pen or in a run by himself, which we're going to move some others over with him, but we just had to get him out. He's in timeout, if you will, because he got caught eating eggs. And we ain't going to have that. So he's in timeout. Audrey actually, when she went out, she fed him this afternoon. And when she went out there, I had been mentioning the last couple of days that I needed to get him out and separate him for a little while. And so when she fed him, she caught him and put him in this other run. And so the roosters are like talking back and forth to each other. He's like, I can see you, but I can't get over there. But he was eating eggs. Caught him, saw it with my own 2 eyes. And I knew that one had been eating the eggs. And then he got himself caught. So yeah, there he is. He's in timeout for eating the eggs. I love to hear the roosters. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it has started raining just a little bit again, and I can hear it on the tin roof. Okay, I see some people hopping on and saying that they missed some of it. I went ahead and started the live, and I feel like my tripod is sliding down on me. But I went ahead and started a little bit early. And Lee says it's 11:50 p.m. in the UK. That's pretty neat. But I started a little bit early so that, because I knew I had some other things I had to take care of tonight, and I wanted to be able to talk to you for a little bit. So funny story, for the collab, we're making chicken soup. We are making chicken soup. And Black Adam doll, watch out. He may be the one who finds himself in the pot. But no, we've got some that we processed a few weeks ago. And so Monday's video is going to be the pear preserves with Pawpaw. I already have it edited, uploaded. It is ready to go. As soon as I got home, I was excited about it and sat down and started working on it. And it's already up and ready to go. And so that's going to be Monday's video. Don't normally have a video on Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure that the video that's part of a partnership will be up on Tuesday unless something happens with that. I still have to email them and iron some things out, but that should be on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, my video is going to be chicken soup. It's part of September. Leanne at Midnight Farmhouse, y'all have seen her in the comments. She is hosting September, and I am so blessed that she asked me to participate again, and I'm really looking forward to it. And so that's going to be Wednesday, and we're making chicken soup, and Mama is actually going to be in that video with me. I'd asked her when Leanne asked if I'd want to be part of the collab again. I immediately said yes. I was really excited about it. And then I asked Mama, I said, will you please be in this video with me and make your chicken soup? Because she's made it for years and years and years. And I always look forward to it. And I make it myself too, but y'all, it's just different when Mama makes it. It's just better when Mama makes it, right? And so I asked her if she would do that with me. She makes it if we're ever sick. She makes it for us. It's just a perfect, cozy soup. She's made it when I've had babies. She's brought big pots of soup, for dinner for us, or if we've got stuff going on, or maybe she just makes a big pot of it and she knows we enjoy it, so she brings it over to us. It's just really special to me. And so I asked her if she would make her soup, let me help her, and we're going to film it, and that's going to come out on Wednesday. Thursday, I don't normally have a video on Thursday, but I think I'm going to have a grocery haul that goes up on Thursday, and then Friday a back porch chat. So it may be Monday through Friday again next week. Not that that's going to be my schedule every week, but that's kind of what it's looking like for this coming up week. Justin just got home from work. You look through these comments. Bear with me if it shakes around. I'm sorry. Hi, Bert. I hope you are feeling better. Chicken and dumplings. We had chicken and dumplings last week. I was wanting that. It is. It's just better when Mama makes it. I can ask her what to do and follow it to a T, but when Mama makes it, it's just better. Hello from South Texas, Hot Springs, Arkansas. So this collab, and talking about being excited about fall recipes, this collab that Leanne hosts at September, it is through the entire month of September. So September 11th, Wednesday of next week, is when my video is going to go up. But there is a channel posting every day through the month of September. And she has a playlist. It's over on her channel. And every day there's a new video from a channel sharing a soup recipe. And I have already, every afternoon, every night, it's usually every night after I get the babies to bed, I'm like, let me go watch my soup video. Let me see who posted a soup video today. And I've already gotten some really great ideas for soups that I want to make. I watched Leanne make her vegetable soup, and then she used that she canned it, and then she used that vegetable soup to make, I think it was 5 different recipes. She changed it and made it into other soups. She made a tater tot casserole out of it, and it's inspired me. That's on my list, is to can some vegetable soup now, because I loved watching hers, and she made it look very attainable. I've had some not so wonderful experiences with canning vegetable soup. If I don't know if my sister is on here or my mama, but they know all about the vegetable soup incident the last time we tried to can it. It happens to the best of us. We'll just say that. Even if you've been canning all your life, you've been seeing other people do it all your life, you've been around it, we all still have mistakes and things that happen from time to time. And my last experience with vegetable soup left me not wanting to try it again for a little while, but then I watched Leanne's video and I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna can vegetable soup again. I can hear my kids. I think it's my kids. They must be playing in the rain, because I can hear them out here hollering, and it's raining. So they must have come out to play in the rain. So don't be scared about canning. Like I said, we all make mistakes. Things happen. But don't be scared of it. If something does go wrong, you usually know it. You'll be able to tell whether it's a jar breaking or something going bad. If something goes wrong, you're gonna know it. And more times than not, things go right. We all make mistakes. Things can happen. We're human. But don't be scared of it. If you're new to canning, and I know you were saying that you don't really have anybody in your family that cans, this particular comment, start out with some tried and true trusted recipes. I can and do some things that are not necessarily approved recipes, but it's because I've seen it done all my life. I've had people teaching me, and this is the way they've done it, and the way people before them, and I'm comfortable with that. But if you're not, that's okay. Like when I share canning recipes, I usually tell you, I'm open kettle canning this. If you don't want to, then put it in a water bath canner. Or if it's something that has to be pressure canned, I will tell you it has to be pressure canned. And you can find trusted recipes. All of their canning books, highly recommend. I go through those, and Audrey, my teenager, she loves going through those and marking things. We've made several recipes out of there this year. Find you a tried and true trusted recipe and method for canning. And then, as you get more comfortable with it and you start to understand what you can water bath and why you can water bath it, then you can start making some of those other decisions. The pear preserves with Pawpaw, we did open kettle can those. That's what they did with all of their jams, jellies, preserves. And I've never ever an issue with their jams, unless it was just on the refrigerator and use it first. Yesterday, seal. I made it was one that I got from on Celebrating Appalachia. If y'all watch her channel, her husband Matt made spicy pickled tomatoes, green tomatoes, and I was like, you know what, that is perfect. That sounds like something I would love. Plus that time where we're really trying to get the last of the things that we can off of our plants, and we had a ton of green tomatoes that I wanted to do something with, and we've got a lot of peppers, hot peppers coming in right now, and I was like, you know what, that's perfect. I trust her recipes, and she's the same way. She'll tell you this is something we've seen done for years and years and years. People before us did it. If you want a water bath can it, you can, but let me show you what we're doing. And I trust her recipes, and that's what we did. I canned those just like she showed in her video, and I'm excited about them because I love spicy things, and pickled green tomatoes just sounds really good. Plus, it was a way I could use up some of those green tomatoes that I had in the garden that I really wanted to make sure that I used before we took those plants out. But don't be scared to can. Welcome to Alabama. Someone was saying that they just moved here, found our channel there near Athens, so you're not too far from us. A little over, would that be a little over an hour? Justin and I both graduated from Athens State University. We went to Auburn for a little while, right? So we got married when I graduated high school in May. We got married in June. We went to Auburn for a little while, and then we moved back home and finished our degrees at Athens State. Talking about the pickled green tomatoes, I was thinking that they would be good with fried potatoes too. The comments pop up as y'all leave them, but I don't want to miss any. That's why I'm scrolling back through. Yes, please do check out that playlist for September. Like I said, every night I've been going to it and watching the video for the day. New subscriber from Gadsden. Thank y'all so much for all of your kind words as well. I really appreciate that. I knew I heard y'all out here playing.
Oh, my bad.
No, I mean, it's fine. I was like, I'm live on YouTube, by the way. But I was like, I think I hear the kids out here playing in the rain. It was the boys. The older. Ready for cooler weather. So it is right now. I looked before I came out here actually, and it was 75 degrees. And soup weather to be 75 degrees here in Alabama. It's like, oh, is fall coming? It may be 95 again next week. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I haven't really looked at the forecast, but it felt a little bit like fall here. Yes, and Leanne was mentioning on those videos, those September videos, when you watch one, leave a comment, and I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, Leanne, but I think it's October 3rd. She's going to do a live on her channel, and she uses a random comment selector that picks one of the videos from September and one of the comments from that video, and she's doing a giveaway of a $100 gift card. So it's a really good opportunity to maybe win a gift card as well. So if you watch those videos, and I would encourage you to, because like I said, I've already been getting inspiration for some fall meals. If you watch those videos on that September collab, make sure you leave a comment. Yes, please do add some of those places here in Coleman to your to visit list. I've enjoyed making those videos so much. It was one of those things that had been on my mind to actually take you in to some of those some of those places that I have such fond memories of and that I like going to. And I would here and there when I would vlog, we would go places, but I was like, I'm gonna start making some more dedicated videos showcasing these places that I love, that have special memories wrapped up in them. And y'all seem to have really enjoyed them, and I have thoroughly enjoyed creating those. How do I pin that? I was thinking about that. Somebody asked if I could pin the playlist for September. Leanne, and I know you do lives, maybe you can give me some helpful information, or maybe if you share it, maybe I can go in and pin it. Bert, you are the sweetest. 70 in Illinois. I love summer. I am very much a um, summer girl. It's my favorite, and I think it's just the gardening and being outside so much, and just all the things that are going on in summertime. My kids love summer. They love going swimming and to the parks and all these things that we do a lot of in the summer. Maybe that's why I love it so much. But I mean, I will say that I would take hot weather over cold weather any day. Um, but when we get to this time of year, I'm always um, I'm always looking forward to fall. The garden is just, it's kind of got to that place where things are spent and it's time to start thinking about, maybe some things for fall planting. And it's just, I don't know. You get to this time of year and I'm looking forward to fall. I think Leanne was going to go get that. Let's see here. I think she was going to get that playlist for us. Born and raised in North Alabama. Now you live in Arkansas. Well, I hope that watching these videos lets you feel a little bit like you're spending some time back here in Alabama. And if any of you, I did see a few suggestions on some different places to go and do videos. If you ever have any suggestions on some places, some other little small towns, I would love to, branch out, go visit some new places, let y'all get to experience that with me. I have a few things already lined up and planned. So I posted a video earlier this week where we went to Sugarfest in Arab, and I also included some of Justin's sermon from Sunday in that video. He went and was a guest preacher at a church here, and I had mentioned in that video when we that my cousin's husband is the park director at Arab. Yeah, show us around, or maybe show us around, because there at the park they have a historical village, and there's a cabin there, and I hesitate to say because I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the lady who lived in it, she was like, I think she was like 99 years old and lived in it her entire life. There's some really neat story along those lines. An old house. There's a grist mill that was donated. And so I talked to him, and we decided that once they get everything set up for Christmas in the park, because they do an amazing job with Christmas in the park and they decorate for it, we're going to do the video as soon as they get everything decorated and set up, so I can show you what it looks like, and then maybe you all can make some plans to go there to experience their Christmas in the park. They put up lights and you can walk around the trail No charge to get in. I think they just have a donation box, and they do a fantastic job. And you can walk around the sidewalk and enjoy the lights. And then if you want to go into that historical village, there's a very small fee for that, but you get to go in. And I know the last time we went, we decorated a cookie in the cabin, sang Christmas carols in the church. They got reindeer food from the grist mill. Like, it's really, really fun. Santa was in the schoolhouse. Just it's a really fun time. And so I'm excited to do that video once they get all of that set up. Brussels sprouts are something that I have never had. I've not had the best of luck with. I didn't grow up seeing Brussels sprouts grown, but I remember a couple of years ago, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna grow Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna grow Brussels sprouts." I didn't grow Brussels sprouts, but I tried. And it's all, I say it when I am talking to other people when they have struggles in the garden, and I'm like, even if something doesn't go well, it's still a learning experience. And even though I've been gardening and been in the garden, I've been in the garden all my life, grew my own garden for years and years and years and years and years, I'm still learning too. So for those of you that might have just gotten on, oh no, signal sketchy again. Well, if it doesn't get better, let me know. Okay, so Leanne was saying I might need to make her a moderator for the link to work, which is another thing I've been trying to figure out because Miss Alma had volunteered to help moderate too, and I was like, I've never done it before. So let me see if I can figure it out. Hmm. And Lee, I think that might be some of the problem too, is it stays hot here so long, like even into the fall. I mean, we can get really, really hot temperatures, and as far as like a hard frost, it can be a while before that happens. And I think that might have been some of it too, was just weather. But I am planning on radishes and trying to decide if I'm going to do cabbage. Again, my spring cabbage did not do well, which I didn't cover it, and so bugs got to it. What else am I going to do? Probably some chard and carrots. I pulled my seeds out and stuff that I wanted to get in the ground, and now I can't remember what all I got out. Last year I actually did a round of cucumbers that did pretty good, and I thought about trying to do some fall cucumbers. Because my summer cucumbers didn't do too hot. So I may try to start some seeds and just, see what happens. I'll tell you something that has done well is watermelons. I got more watermelons than I know what to do with. I mean, chickens are getting watermelons, neighbors are getting watermelons, we're preserving watermelons. We've had plenty of watermelon this year, and what a blessing that is because we love it. Secret for growing carrots. That was another one of those things that I've just kind of had to learn over the years. I didn't grow up seeing carrots grown. It wasn't something that I spent so much time in the garden with my pawpaw. But he had the same things that he I mean, he pretty much always grew. And carrots, I don't know that he ever, I can't ever remember him growing carrots. So that was another one of those things that when I started wanting to grow it myself was a bit of a learning curve for me. But I have found, and I've grown carrots in the ground with some success. They've done better for me in my raised beds, especially with the way our soil is here. It can get really hard. And so I can control it a little bit better in a raised bed, which we did put up. It's actually Audrey's little garden, but we put up a new raised bed area this year, and I'm thinking about putting the carrots there if she wants to do that. She has already worked on cleaning out a lot of her summer stuff that she had in there. I'm looking at it. She's still got some tomato plants that were doing fantastic, and so she left them. But I think she cleaned out a lot of the other stuff, so I may ask her if we can do the carrots there. I also know, and I've not really had to do this, but I know a lot of times people have trouble because the carrot seeds are so small, they have trouble with them washing away, especially with watering them. And so a lot of times people will when they put the seeds down, they'll cover it with something, whether it's cardboard or a piece of wood, just until they germinate and sprout. That way it kind of helps hold them in place. I've not really had to do that, but if that's something that you might be having trouble with, them getting washed away, you might could try that. They literally just put um, a thin board right at the top of where they put the seeds so that they don't wash away. Beets. That's another thing. I love beets. I love pickled beets. I love roasted beets. How did I forget beets? I'm telling you, the watermelon has done. I've got, how many do I got sitting here on the porch right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 sitting here on the porch right now. I can see more out there that I really need to go pick. We've like I said, put up watermelon, gifted watermelon. Chickens have had watermelon. It's been really nice. I'm thankful for it. So Leanne, I don't know. I can't figure out how to make you. I can't figure out how to make you a moderator. Maybe I need to do some research when it comes time to. It says tap on a comment. Maybe it's because I'm live on my phone, but it won't let me click on the comment. Maybe it's because I'm on my phone, but it won't let me. Leanne was telling me how I could set up a moderator, but it won't let me tap on the comment. Maybe I need to do it from the computer next time, which would be helpful, wouldn't it? Then I wouldn't have to scroll. I wouldn't have to shake y'all around scrolling and looking at the comments. I'll remember that next time. I will go live from my computer, and then that way I can look at the comments and all that from my phone, and also not shake y'all around when I go to look at comments. Sometimes when after these are live and I post them and I go back to watch it, I'm like, I just shook them all over the place trying to look at comments. The last time I went, I think it was the last time I went live. I went live from my phone, but I had the tablet there so I could look at comments and things on it. But then I walked out here a while ago and hey, can you go grab me the tablet real quick? Were you trying to make that deal moderator? Yeah. He's like, I've been nosy. I was watching. I can't do it from my phone. I can't do it while I'm live. These kids are a little more tech savvy than I am. He was like, you can set up a moderator from my phone. I'm like, okay. Does anybody else feel that way? We're all shook up. I know. I'm shaking them all over the place. Oh wait, I can hear myself. Let me turn it down. Okay, let me see here.
Tap on it, scroll down.
Okay, Leanne, you're a moderator now. Thank you, Easton. Yeah, thank you. Yes, it's like you go live, and after I've been on here for a little while, it's like it gets a little bit better. But when I first started live, I'm always like, I just freeze up. Like, what? Why is it? I'm just on here hanging out, talking to my friends. Why is it that I freeze up? And now I don't have to shake y'all around looking at comments. Just a real quick, I think I started to do this a while ago and then started talking about something else, but just a real quick recap for those that might have joined us since I was talking about this earlier. Just kind of a little update for you as far as my posting schedule for next week. That was one of the main things that I wanted to talk to y'all about when I came on here. I wanted to share about a collab that's coming up and update y'all on my posting schedule for next week. Typically, I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time every single week, but it may look a little bit different next week. And so I wanted to give you a heads up so you could be looking for the videos, because there's some really fun ones that I am really, really looking forward to sharing with you. And also, I didn't want you to be like, what? Has her schedule changed? And some, people may not even realize that I post on a, I know sometimes, am I back? Let's see. Am I back? It kind of, I could see that it was trying to go off. I think I'm live again though. But what I was saying is, I know some people watch for videos on that schedule. So I wanted to let you know that it's going to look a little bit different next week. Monday is a video with Pawpaw. We canned pear preserves. We did that yesterday. And as soon as I got home, I edited the video because I was so excited about it. So it's ready to go out on Monday. And then Tuesday, I have a video that's part of a partnership. And as long, I've still got to email them and iron some things out. But as long as that all gets done, that's going to go up on Tuesday, which I don't usually have a video on Tuesday. Wednesday is part of that fun collab that I was telling you about, and that's why I was trying to get Leanne on as a moderator. She has put that playlist on here for you. Highly encourage you to go check it out. Every night after the babies are in bed, I get on there to see the video for the day. All through the month of September, there is a new creator every single day sharing a soup recipe. Leanne does a fantastic job coordinating that collab. She does a wonderful, wonderful job. And I've already been watching the videos that's already been posted. I've gotten some great ideas for fall soup recipes. Some of them have been canning recipes. Some have been crock pot recipes. Just all kinds of great ideas. And my soup that I'm sharing, that video will go up on Wednesday, September the 11th. And it's a fun video with my mama. We've been working everything out with that. As soon as I knew that I was going to be part of this collab, I asked mama to share her chicken soup. So she's going to do that. And then Thursday, I should have a grocery haul up. I've not been posting those every single day. I do enjoy sharing them. So I have Thursday and then a back porch chat planned for Friday. So I got distracted, y'all. It was a hummingbird. I need to refill the feeder. There's still some stopping by, and there was a hummingbird, and I got distracted. But next week I should have a video Monday through Friday. I need a new crock pot. So Pam was saying that she's excited because she just got a new crock pot, and mine, I mean, it still functions correctly, but it's just sometimes I wonder if it's functioning. I think it's still functioning correctly. Sometimes I wonder. And just it gets used a lot. And so I think it's about time for a new one. I've been eyeing some. $30 different YouTube channels putting videos out on soup. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. So I have a Pioneer Woman crock pot, and it's, like I said, it's worked. It's working, but I feel like I have trouble controlling the heat on it, whether it's high, low, warm. Like I feel like it's got to that point where I'm just like, I feel like I'm having trouble controlling the heat. But it's, I feel like it's worked well up to this point. Maybe that's something that's always been an issue with it, and I'm just noticing it more. Instant pot. That's something I've not done. I do not have an instant pot. I see some of y'all talking about Pawpaw, saying say hello to Pawpaw, send my love to Pawpaw. That's another thing I was saying earlier, y'all. He loves hearing from y'all. Loves it. He was asking me yesterday, when we were down there, he was asking me about you all, where you're from, how many people watch. Just he enjoys sharing with you. He's called me before. Y'all have seen videos. I think some of them are titled "Pawpaw said to show you." He would call and say, "This bush is blooming," or "Come show him this," or "Tell him about this." So he loves hearing from y'all. Y'all are gonna have to get me on the Instant Pot train. Like, I don't know. I guess I felt like, I guess it's just something new. And sometimes learning something new, it can feel daunting. Or like, oh, do I really need it? I don't know if I really need it. But then, people are like, oh yeah, you would enjoy it. Pawpaw is very sweet. Somebody had sent me a message on Instagram and said something about, me spending time with Pawpaw and helping him with things, and saying, I'd have to go back and look at the exact wording, but saying that I'm good to him. And I said, you know what? He has been good to me all of my life. A whole chicken in the Instant Pot. See, I could get on board with that. Can you, I don't know. I need to look at some recipes. I need to start looking at some recipes and seeing if it's something I think I would do. Dry beans, that's something else I see people doing in the Instant Pot a lot, and I feel like that's something I would definitely use it for. From Frozen. See? Okay. Y'all are starting to sell me on it. Leanne, you're selling me on it. If I can put something in there from Frozen. I see some friends from Alabama. Hi, neighbor. The Ninja Foodie. I wonder if that's what my mama has. She has a Ninja. So let me go ahead and tell you all, thank you for getting on here live with me. I have not been on live in a while, and I always enjoy it. I enjoy we've been doing back porch chats where we just sit here, unedited videos. I haven't been doing them live, but just putting the camera up and hopefully letting you feel like you're sitting here on the porch with me, unedited, whatever's going on around me. Sometimes I'll tell you, we're gonna swat at flies together. We're gonna listen to roosters crow. We'll hear the kids playing, and doing those type of videos. But I forget how much I just truly, truly enjoy these lives and being able to talk to y'all in real time. Scroll through and see your comments. So thank you all for getting on here and being a part of it and interacting and leaving your comments and sitting here hanging out with me for a while. And thank y'all for watching my videos. At the end of every video, I say I love you and I appreciate you. And y'all, I want you to know that I truly, truly mean that. The fact that you come back to watch what we've got going on, that you care what our family's got going on, that you find interest in me taking you around town and showing you places, or showing you what we've got going on in the garden, or showing you something that I'm canning or cooking. Like, the fact that you take interest in that really blesses my heart. So thank you all so very much for watching our videos and being a part of our family. Bert said, I heard your rooster crow earlier and jumped. Yeah, he's been super talkative. You're from Coleman, so you really are my neighbor. Tennessee. Grand Bay, grew up in Jasper. That's just right down the road. And y'all know I love the name Audrey. If you're new, that's my daughter's name. She was named after her great grandmother. Wetumpka. Talking about lives, another thing that I have been thinking about lately is I have so many very dear friends that are YouTubers as well. And so something I had kind of been thinking about, and one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure I did a live and kind of just looked at some of the settings and how things might have changed since the last time I was on here, is and maybe I need to do this with somebody. Maybe Leanne, maybe we need to do this together, especially to start with, because I know you're a little more familiar with the lives. But how fun would it be, because I know you can do lives with other content creators. How fun would it be to have some of these other friends of mine on these lives so we could all chat together? Just right off the top of my head, I can think of several that I'm like, oh, it'd be so fun to get on here and chat with them live. Let y'all interact in the comments. Like, would that not just be so fun? So that's something I've been thinking about. One of them ideas that's been rolling around in my head. Sammy, yep, she's one of them I was thinking about. Do a fun Q&A. Somebody said, I love your earrings. I'm ready for pumpkin season. Like, I'm getting myself. It's kind of funny that I say I love summer. I want to drag summer out as long as I can. I'm kind of getting ready for fall. But when it comes to fall decorations, like, they've been out for weeks now. I love fall decorations. I love the scents. More of an apple person. But love all the fall scents, love all the pumpkin things, love all the orange and the reds and the browns and the deep greens. Like, I love all of that. I have had fall decorations out for weeks. Weeks. I've been known to put out fall decorations the end of July. Didn't do that this year, waited a little bit longer, but it was awfully close. I've been known to put them out in July. Seeing someone say, Leanne said, prefer winter, no weeds or bugs, and all the time to quilt. Couple of things there. That's one reason why I used to not plant a fall garden. When the summer garden was done, I just, we would do greens, like turnip greens, mustard greens, collard greens. That's something Pawpaw always did, but never did a full fall garden. And a few years ago, I was like, you know what? We're going to try planting some more things in the fall. Hello, the bugs start to disappear. It's kind of like that very early spring garden that I love so much before all the bugs take over. It's almost like you get to do that again in the fall. And why have I not done that all of my life? And then talking about time to quilt, Pawpaw, and we've been talking about Pawpaw too. The other day, he said, I've got something in the attic if you want it. And I don't know a lot about quilting. I sew, but I can remember being a little girl and sitting under, and they're still in the ceiling at Pawpaw's house, but they would hang the quilting rack from the ceiling, and Mama and her friends would sit around it, and I would get up underneath it. I still remember that. And Pawpaw said at one time too, he built one that was on a stand so they could use it in some other rooms. And he said he had one of those quilting racks. And he said, I was just going to get rid of it, but I thought about you. He said, I thought your friends on the TV might want to see it. That might be something fun to show. So he thought about y'all. And he said, if you want it, I wanted to see if you want it before I just got rid of it. And I was like, well, of course I do. I actually would love to learn more about how to quilt. I feel like it's something I would really enjoy. I enjoy sewing. And just, again, all those sweet memories. And so I don't know exactly the one that he's talking about, or I don't know. I even thought, you know what, and this is just my mind running, like I have some big walls that I could use some like decoration pieces on, and I love things that are a little out of the box. I've got a wall of baskets. I thought, well, that might look pretty neat as some kind of art, doing something inside. I don't know. That's just how my mind works. But I would honestly love to learn how to quilt. And that just kind of sparked that interest again when he mentioned that. Some of y'all have your fall decorations up too. I'm not alone. Quilt every day. See, I feel like that's probably how I would be. All right, well, I'm looking at my clock, and like I said, I do have some other things that I had to take care of this evening. That's why I was trying to get on a little bit earlier. Been on here over an hour getting to hang out with you all, and it's been so fun. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope y'all have too. Just being able to sit here and hang out with each other, hang out with a friend for a little while. I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. Thank you again for joining me, and don't forget that pinned comment that Leanne set up for us, that September playlist. Go check it out. I'm excited to share my recipe this coming up week, and I've enjoyed every afternoon getting on there and seeing the soup recipe for the day. It's a really, really fun collab, and I'm excited to be a part of it again. Thank you, Leanne, for helping me on here, setting those things up. I really, really appreciate it. All right, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Y'all know what I'm going to say. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all. All right. Let's see if I can remember how to end this.